then there were earlier expeditions that had happened also in our area, in the 1500s and I believe it was the 1600s, of Spanish explorers and others who had come into the area. So the indigenous people of the area were already had knowledge of this, but the Portola expeditions were the ones that were looking for permanent colonization
Ah,
on the land. And as far as the scouts, I'm not too sure about you know um, that, but I know that there were different communities, like I had said, that were connected to each other in certain ways. But you also had communities that were known to be traditional enemies too,
okay.
with each other. So that also affected
Yeah. Yeah.
these expeditions as well.
Yeah. I think it's unfortunate sometimes when people think about these early periods of colonization, they think Indians are just homogenized. But rather
Right.
than, having their own worlds and own histories of relationships between people.
Yeah.
So I think it gets much more complicated, the history of colonization, when you realize that everybody has their own history with each other, right?
Right.
And not just with Europeans, but with
Yeah.
each other as well. I always think that's important to tell my students as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Spanish were aware of that too. They were aware of
Oh,
a lot of these long-term feuds that were going on, and they used that to their best advantage.
yeah.
To do what they were doing.